All right, guys, it is I. Now, I want you to pay special attention to specific words that I use in this video. We're going to be talking about Ruben Amorim, and we're going to be talking about his representative or representatives, plural, because I don't know if it's one or more. What we're not going to use in this video is the word agent. A representative can be an agent. Do you know what I mean? And an agent can be a representative. But it's very, very specific detail with this, right? Now, if you watch my morning briefings, you will know that on Saturday's morning briefing, which I had to delete, and I did explain why in a video yesterday. In Saturday's morning briefing, I usually say what I'm going to talk about that day. The morning briefings are for the hardcore viewers or whatever, my friends. And in Saturday's morning briefing, I explained that what we understood to be happening this, here we go with the key words again, weekend, right? Now, specific information was fed to me, right, by someone that I trust to do with Liverpool Football Club, someone within the organisation, if you like. You will find them on the members' website. They've been on there for decades. If you are a VIP member, you will know who that person is, right? Well, you would do. They are a regular contributor that everybody gets excited about when they post information, and they're always on the money, right? Now, said person hasn't contributed on there up until, I've not looked this morning, they might have done, but all weekend, they hadn't, right? And I don't think they wanted to, but they spoke to me. And what they said was as follows, that Ruben Amorim'S representative, not agent, but it could be, representative, would be on Merseyside in Liverpool this weekend, the weekend just gone. Now, they specifically told me which day something was supposed to be happening. So if I say something, let's just assume that that's going to be, it could be a phone call, it could be a sit-down meeting, a bite to eat or whatever, right? They did tell me the day, but they said to me, you must refer to it as in the city or whatever, or in the area or whatever, over the weekend. Do not say on X day. Does that make sense? Now, I wasn't told why, not to mention X day, but I don't think it's rocket science. I think that's probably to limit exposure in case only certain people know certain bits of the itinerary. Does that make sense? I think so. I wasn't going to ask why. I'm going to say why. Probably say mind your own fucking business. Do you know? I don't know. So, but anyway, so it could be Ruben Amorim'S agent, but it was referred to as representative, and I don't know if it's one or more people. Sometimes it's more than one person, so therefore representatives. Okay, it's really, really important, and I tell you why. Because if you say Ruben Amorim'S agent was in Liverpool this weekend, it makes it sound more stronger. These people might want to word it like that, right? Because it gives it a bit more like seriousness. Do you not think? Ruben Amorim'S agent was in Liverpool at the weekend. Really? Fucking hell. We know what that means then, don't we? But it sounds a little bit different when you say representative, I think. I don't know. Maybe you don't give a fuck, right? But I do, and I think it's really important not to make it sound stronger than it might. And it could have been his agent. I don't know. Look, I'm just a fucking messenger, right? You believe what you want. I don't care if you believe it or not. I know what I believe. So, if it was Ruben Amorim'S agent, it could have been for a multiple of reasons. It could be to do with Luis Diaz. It could be to do with the new apartment that Pedro the Parrot says Ruben Amorim'S agent has bought. Some of you were a bit confused the last few days and were saying, why would Ruben Amorim buy? Nobody said that. The claims by Pedro the Parrot was that Ruben Amorim'S agent was buying or had bought an apartment in the city, a permanent base for staff, I think was the word. You know what I mean? So, but would you do it, if that was true, would you do that just because Luis Diaz is at Liverpool? Would you? Who knows? Pedro the Parrot, bless him. I hope he's quiet today because I'm going out today. I'm not going to be around, right? So as I just said in my morning briefing, after midday today, you shouldn't really hear anything from me. So if you do see a video come out after midday today, don't look at it and go, I'll watch it later, because it'll be important, because I'll have broke off what I'm doing to do that, all right? So I think that's all I can say, really, to be honest with you. And I don't know what the representatives, agent would be doing in Liverpool the weekend. I don't know that bit. And I'm not going to pretend I do. All right? So all I can do is relay to you what people that I believe and trust, and I know our VIP members would trust this person, and just to plant the seed and just to maybe watch what comes out on here this week, if anything. Now, Born Again Joyce and David Ornstein, only the two Liverpool FC journalists you should pay attention to. And I don't mean that to be disrespectful to the others. It's just the others just tap in afterwards. Do you know what I mean? Like, they're done now. It's that they might have been someone back in the day, but they aren't at the moment. And it would be great if they were, because it would give us a different angle on things. But it is just those two journalists. I mean, obviously we pay attention to Fabrizio Romano. Are you ready? Take your earphones out. Fabrizio Romano occasionally. Mo Salah! See, some of you still don't know why we shout Mo Salah. They haven't been around these parts long enough, have you? Ask in the comment section. Someone will explain. We like to listen to what Fabrizio Romano's got to say, but when it comes to written, professional news articles, then you're going to go with Ornstein and Joyce. Now, Ornstein has been regurgitating things for probably 3 or 4 weeks now, I think. He's definitely not in the loop, in my opinion, with what's going on internally at the moment on the day-to-day running of Liverpool Football Club by people within Anfield, if that makes sense, not the senior executive owners, right? Born Again Joyce, I think, is in the loop, but he's currently in a state of, like, can't say anything. Now, I know you probably think journalists would they just get something and they rush out and say no, because then they risk friendships and they're going to get cut off. And I think that Joyce is in a situation right now where it's like, you can't say anything. This is what's happening, what we're trying to do. Don't say anything, right? And when he gets the nod, something will come out. And that could happen any time, right? And we don't know which way it's going to go, guys. We assume it's going to be positive, but, you know, there's people out there that want you to think that it can go wrong as well. And it's football. Anything can fucking happen, you know? If you watch the video on here, last week by Fabrizio Nositolio, we've got our own Fabrizio on here, right? Scroll back a few videos, you'll see it. You should pay attention to those videos, right? If you were to believe Fabrizio Nositolio, then Ruben Amorim was at that point last week about to receive a formal contract offer from Liverpool Football Club, the terms being offered. Since then, nothing. So could have gone, yeah, all right then. Or could have gone, need more time. Or could have gone, no, thanks, don't want it. So I have seen other names come into the equation and name checked, name dropped or whatever. But I've opted just to stay away from it a little bit at the minute. I might do a video in a moment about that. I don't know. But I would urge just caution right now. Just be calm. Just be chilled. Do you know what I mean? Because no news is good news. It really is, guys. And the Liverpool, I don't want to say clique because, excuse me, I'm referring to Ornstein and Joyce, and they're not Liverpool clique. When I mean clique, I mean that group of journalists that I call the Liverpool clique. They're not clique, right? But they're very quiet. You know, Ornstein might come out with something soon. All his question and answer things recently have just been regurgitated, nothing really new. Only that Liverpool might do something else and not scared to go against whatever. What they're scared of? Just talking shit, basically. You know, just like, I ain't got anything to tell you, but they might do this. You know, so anyway, we're not knocking Ornstein, that's for sure. So Ornstein and Joyce will keep an eye out on. The clique, you still pay attention to them to see what they're saying. Do you know what I mean? But I think that when you see journalists, hacks, constantly appearing on fan accounts, fan websites, fan podcasts, I always think it devalues a journalist the more they do that, unless it's a very, very professional thing. So, for example, Ornstein constantly on television, but on major US broadcast networks and things like that, and Sky Sports News and that. Do you know what I mean? When was the last time you saw Paul again Joyce on something or on these things? You know what I mean? So I always think that when you see a journalist constantly appearing on the down the ladder a little bit, it's because it's more about raising their profile. Do you know what I mean? So anyway, we're going off a little bit there. So the reason for the video is to, there was a big white van pulled up outside. Okay, my fucking back doors fly open, balaclavas, sawn-offs and that. Chubbs, your taxi's here. Yeah, I'm going out. It could just be lads picking me up, do you know what I mean? What was I saying? Yeah, is that van gone? No, it's still there. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the reason for the video was to let you know, right, if just in case you missed it over the weekend, that it is alleged that Ruben Amorim'S representative or representatives, what the word was representative, was in Liverpool, was scheduled to be in Liverpool, was in Liverpool, whatever, over the weekend. Now, the weekend for me covers Friday to Monday, maybe. I don't know. Maybe you say, no, Saturday, Sunday. I don't know. Just look out for any little, anything today would be interesting to see if anyone's clocked onto that anywhere. It really would. All right, anyway, so that's that. I don't know if I'll have much more for you today. I might get another video in a minute. I've got time. Please thumbs up the video if you appreciate my effort. That's all I'm asking. Doesn't mean you agree with me or the contents. Please leave me a comment as well. I like the comments. That's helpful. If you want to buy me a coffee or a beer, hit the super thanks button somewhere near the video. I don't know where it is. And please read the video description. Jump on the newsletter. The newsletter is I'm going to be giving that a lot of focus once the managerial situation is sorted out. And there'll be a few little treats in there for you. So, you know what I mean? It's in your interest to be in there. There's no advertising in there as usual. It's just me, my laptop. And also in the video description, you can connect with me on social media. On a personal level as well, at Duncan Oldham on X and Instagram. Do you know what I mean? I don't want to just play football all the fucking time. You know what I mean? We want to talk about a bit of flange, about, the weather and things like that. What was the other thing? Oh, yeah. There's in every video throughout the year, I list everyone that's bought me a coffee or a beer or whatever through the thingy-majiggy. I know it's not updated, so there's some names missing. All right, I will update that probably tomorrow. All right, and then if your name's not in there, you must let me know because it's very important to me. And then that resets on the 1st of January every year. Otherwise, it'd be like that forever. Do you know what I mean? Right, okay. Hope you had a good weekend, and I'll speak to you soon, guys. Take it easy. All right.